I went from a skinny fat brown monkey to a more jacked and bigger version of myself. Now, what happened and how did I do it? Well, first things first, I stopped training 6 days a week. Why? Because when you train 6 days a week, you're doing way too much volume, which then leads to overtraining and then just leads to you hitting more plateaus. Because when I was training 6 days a week, I'd be doing 10 different exercises for like push, pull, legs, rest. 6 days a week, one rest day. When I was doing that, again, I would be doing 10 different exercises with like 4 sets each, with the workout lasting up to almost 2 hours. 2 hours across like 6 days a week. That is 12 hours. I wasted 12 hours in the gym per week because that's what people online told me to. Doing push-pull legs is the best workout, and you gotta do this volume, you gotta do it at this angle, you gotta do these so many small things in order to get bigger. When in reality, it didn't fucking matter. You don't need to do 6 days a week in the gym doing 4 sets of 12 on the iliac lat fucking fiber pull down. You don't need to do on that. All you really need to do is just get 3 exercises, maybe 3 to 5 exercises, focus on getting strong on them, and you'll grow. Just by you focusing on the strength aspect of the lift, during the hypertrophy rep range, you will get stronger and you will get jacked. And doing 6 days a week is just gay in the first time. Like, do you really have all that time to be spending in the gym, fucking 12 hours a week? You could probably be doing something better. Like, come on. Again, you're doing too much volume. The one quote that I live by in the gym is that as you get stronger, so this is your strength, and so as you get stronger, your muscles, this is like the muscle size, you will get bigger. So as your strength goes up in the gym for like the hypertrophy rep range, as it's going up, muscle size will follow. So as it's going up, muscle size will, and it just keeps going up. Second thing is overtraining. The reason why training 6 days a week is complete terrible idea is because of overtraining. When you do 10 different exercises with like 3 to 4 sets for 2 hours a day with like a rest periods of like 2 to 3 minutes, you're not going to be making any gains because you're overtraining. You're doing too much because your body has to repair even more. But the thing is, you're only resting one day, so you're not really giving your body enough time to recover. So your muscles really never get stronger. They don't get bigger. They don't really like develop in terms of strength and size. So that when you are overtraining, you're not really getting like the best bang for your buck. Reason on why training 6 times a week is gay is because you hit plateaus way more often, and it's just harder to like actually break out of the plateau. Because again, you're overtraining. You're not giving your body enough time to recover from like the high volume that you're actually doing, and you're just going through the next workout without proper recovery, which then leads to you not getting strong enough to break through the plateau, and then you're not getting enough reps, and then you just don't have a good workout in general, and you just like feel like shit. So again, too much volume, which leads to overtraining, which then leads to plateaus. So why on hell would you do 6 times a week? Because that's what I was doing. I thought in order to build muscle, you gotta do the 10 to 20 weekly sets. You gotta train your muscle 2 times per day. You gotta give it 48 to 72 hours of rest in order to build effective muscle growth. But that's not actually true. You don't need to do majority of that. All you need to do is like train too intense, to failure, give it at least 3 days to recover, and eat clean. That's all you had to do. And that's all I'm doing when I'm still building my physique. You don't need to be super autistic about this, is basically what I'm trying to say. Because over here, 6 times a week, you're being way too autistic because you're managing every small detail of like getting hypertrophy, getting bigger muscles, when in reality, it doesn't even fucking matter. So how do I train now? Well, my training is pretty simple. I train between 4 to 5 days a week. It depends on the day or the week. And I just do these. I go to failure. I rest 5 to 7 minutes for my sets, but I train the same muscle every 3 to 4 days. And I do low to moderate volume for my body. So if let's say I'm doing my back, right? I'm doing pull-ups and I want to get a bigger back. What I would do is a 2-set method where I go 2 sets to complete failure with a rest of 5 to 7 minutes. And you might be asking, why do you rest so much? It's because I'm going to failure on 2 sets. So I need to be resting 5 to 7 minutes so that from when I'm done with the first set, because I went to failure, I'll have enough recovery. I'll be recovered enough so I can go 100% maximum output or give it 100% maximum effort in the second set. I can't really do that when I'm resting like 3 minutes. So it's better to do it with 5 to 7 minutes of rest. And then again, I'm training to failure, right? Because as you get stronger and stronger and stronger, your muscle size will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is why getting stronger in the hypertrophy rep range is a crucial part of getting bigger. If you want to get bigger and stronger in the next couple of months, click the top link down below in the description where I will personally hop on a free call with you and give you a detailed plan just so that you can get big and jacked in the next 4 months. And then combined with the failure and rest of like 5 to 7 minutes with the low to moderate volume, I'm doing pretty all right, because again, you don't need the 10 to 20 weekly sets per muscle group. That is practically a lie. I don't know where that came from. You don't need it. I believed in it. Doesn't fucking matter. I would suggest for low to moderate volume is get at least 6 sets per muscle group. That's it. For your chest, six is enough. For your back, 6 to 8 maybe. For isolations, probably a bit lower, just because again, your compound lifts should already be hitting them. Your isolations are like supplements to the actual like compound lifts. So an example would be triceps, right? When I'm doing my chest dips, I'm already engaging the triceps, but if I add the isolation of like the tricep extensions, it will be kind of like 2 tricep exercises. So you don't really need to do multiple tricep exercises. You just gotta focus on a couple different exercises and just focus on getting stronger and stronger, because as you get stronger and stronger, your muscle will get bigger and bigger. And just to recap, training 6 days a week and 2 hours on every day you're pretty much wasting your time in the gym. Why? Because you're just gonna get overtrained and you're just gonna hit plateaus. What you should instead do is start going to failure more and training with a purpose. So again, go to failure. And because you're going to failure, you want to rest 5 to 7 minutes and train every muscle every 3 to 4 days. And then you just want to top it off like low to moderate volume. Why? Because again, you're going to failure. You don't need to do 10 sets going to failure, because that's just impractical and you probably won't be able to achieve it. And when you're resting 5 to 7 minutes, it just sounds way too long, and you don't want to do that. So all you need to do is like 2 sets with like 2 compounds and then 2 sets per exercise, and maybe like 1 or 2 isolations, going to failure on every set with like a rest time of 5 to 7 minutes. That's pretty much all you need in order to get bigger, jacked, whatever. But yeah, if you like this video or you found this video helpful, go down below, subscribe, like, comment, do all that YouTube stuff. And again, if you want to get jacked in the next couple months, click the top link down below in the description where I will personally go on a free call with you, give you a detailed plan on how to get jacked.